Hola chicos y chicas, bienvenidos y bienvenidas a la sesión síncrona del día de hoy. ¿Sí me escuchan?
Sí, profe, buenos días, tardes.
Hola, buenas tardes. Bueno, vamos a comenzar, dame un segundito nada más. ¿Sí se ve la pantalla? Sí,
Sí,
dame un segundito. Hola, Brian, buenas tardes.
buenas tardes, maestro.
Buenas tardes. Dame un segundito. Perfecto. Okay, guys. So let's start this session. Today it's session for week number 5, and we're going to learn the past simple for past simple for regular and irregular verbs. Chicos y chicas, bueno, esta es la sesión correspondiente a la semana número 5. Recuerden que la próxima semana es el examen. Y bueno, el día de hoy vamos a ver el pasado simple. El tema de esta sesión es el pasado simple. So, the agenda for today, we're going to start with the objectives. Then we have the review for how much and how many. Then we have the simple past of the verb to be, simple past for regular and irregular verbs. And we have the prepositions of time. And what are we gonna do on next Sesión Sincrona? Okay. Chicos y chicas, la agenda para el día de hoy, comenzamos con el objetivo, seguido de un repaso de how much y how many. También vamos a ver lo que es el pasado simple para el verb to be, el pasado simple para verbos regulares e irregulares, las preposiciones de tiempo y pues bueno, lo que haremos la próxima sesión síncrona. Vamos a comenzar. So, the objective for this session, el objetivo para esta sesión es el de, dice, by the end of the lesson, students will be able to understand past simple tense and construct sentences in it using the verb to be and other common regular and irregular verbs. Denme un segundo. El objetivo es que para finalizar esta sesión sean capaces de comprender el pasado simple y realizar oraciones con este tiempo verbal. Pero antes de ver el tiempo verbal pasado simple, vamos a ver una práctica de lo que aprendimos la semana pasada con how much y how many. ¿Ok? Vamos a ver el ejercicio de práctica. Para las cebollas, onions are there. There are some onions. So how much or how many?
How many?
How many? Muy bien. Para la que sigue. Butter is there in the fridge. There is some. How much?
How much?
How much? Muy bien. La que sigue. Perdón. Meat is in the fridge. Is there in the fridge? There isn't any. How many or how much?
How much?
How much? Muy bien. How much? Bread is there in the basket. There isn't much. How much or how many?
How
How
much?
much?
How much? Potatoes are there. There are a lot. How much or many?
How many?
How many?
How many? Muy bien. Sandwiches are there on the plate. There are any.
How many?
How many? Okay. Water is there in the glass. There's a lot.
How much?
How much? Milk is there in the fridge. There's a lot.
How much?
How much? Bananas are there in the fridge. There are a lot.
How many?
How many? Biscuits are there in the basket. There are some.
How much?
How many?
How many?
How many?
Sí, how many?
How
How
many?
many? Sí, how many?
Okay. Chocolate is there on the table. There isn't much. How many or how much?
How much?
How much?
How much? And that's it. Okay, so guys, very good. So let's continue with the verb to be in past simple. Vamos a continuar con el verb to be en pasado simple. And so in here, we can use the past simple of the verb to be to talk about situations and states in the past. Also, for example, I was at my grand's house yesterday. She was with her friends last Saturday. We were happy yesterday. This is for affirmative sentences. But what about for negatives? Well, for negatives, we use not after the past simple of the verb to be. We can contract not in the verb, especially when we are speaking. For example, I was not late for school this morning. I wasn't late for school this morning. He was not at home last Saturday, or he wasn't. We were not cold yesterday, or we weren't. We can use both. Was not or wasn't. Were not or weren't. And, well, both are correct. And for questions, just here, for questions, change the order of was or were in the person. So we have to change the position. If you remember, if you can recall, the affirmative and negative sentences, we start with the subject plus verb to be plus the complement. But for questions, we have to start with the verb to be plus the subject plus the complement. For example, were you tired this morning? Where she was at the park last Sunday? These kind of questions, the ones that start with the verb to be at the beginning, give us yes, no answers. If the answer is yes, we start with the word yes plus subject plus was. If it's negative, we start with no plus subject plus wasn't. Yes, I was. No, she wasn't. If we want to have a more complex answer or something more specific, well, we have to add a WH question before the was or were in the closed questions. Now let me explain this in Spanish. El pasado simple del verb to be se utiliza para hablar de lo mismo que el verb to be, ya sea edad, profesión, trabajo, nacionalidad. Sin embargo, lo que se expresa con el pasado es pasado. Es decir, si digo I am happy, estoy diciendo que estoy feliz. Si lo quisiera decir en pasado, sería I was happy. Para cada uno de los, bueno, el verb to be en pasado tiene dos conjugaciones. Una es was y otra es were. Vamos a utilizar was con el pronombre I, con el pronombre he, she, it. Con estos pronombres se utiliza was. Y con los pronombres we, you, they, vamos a utilizar were. ¿Ok? Ahora, la oración afirmativa se compone de sujeto, verb to be, más complemento. Si fuera una oración negativa, el verb to be tendría que ir en negativo, que sería was not. O pudiera ir contraído, que es wasn't. Es lo mismo es lo mismo decir I was not que decir I wasn't. I was not sad, I wasn't sad. Okay. He wasn't thirsty, she wasn't a teacher, it wasn't small. Y bueno, ya saben, para los plurales we, you, they, vamos a utilizar weren't. We weren't late, you weren't at home, they weren't noisy. Recuerden que weren't es lo mismo que were not. Y si utilizamos were not también es correcto. Ahora con la pregunta pasa algo distinto. Si se acuerdan, si se dieron cuenta, en la oración afirmativa y negativa comenzamos con sujeto, verb to be más complemento. Con la pregunta, vamos a tener primero el verb to be, seguido del sujeto, más el complemento y un signo de interrogación. Were they happy? Was she rich? Este tipo de preguntas nos arrojan respuestas de sí y de no. Solamente podemos tener respuesta como respuesta sí o no. Si la respuesta es un sí, vamos a comenzar con la palabra yes, más el sujeto, más was o were. Si la respuesta es no, vamos a tener la palabra no, más sujeto, más wasn't o weren't. Cualquiera de las dos es correcta. Ahora, si queremos una respuesta más elaborada, es decir, algo alejado de un sí y de un no, debemos de utilizar un WH question antes de la estructura que acabo de mencionar. Antes del verb to be, que está antes del sujeto, que está antes del complemento. O quedaría de la siguiente manera. WH question más verb to be, más sujeto, más complemento. Ejemplo, why was he angry? Where were you yesterday? Who were those people? Y dependiendo cada una de estas preguntas, pues es la respuesta que vamos a obtener. Ok. ¿Dudas hasta aquí?
Solamente es con where, why y when.
Con was, wasn't,
No,
where.
o sea, en las preguntas.
Ah, no. No, esto es ilustrativo. Puede ser cualquier otra WH question. Sí, puede ser cualquiera de las que ya hemos visto, pero pues aquí no caben. Esto es solamente para ilustrar. ¿Ok? ¿Los demás, todo bien? ¿Todo claro?
Sí, teacher.
Sí, maestro.
Ok, bueno, vamos a hacer una actividad. Let's do the first activity. So in this activity, you have to choose the right answer. And in here we have two conjugations of the verb to be. This is a review for the present tense either. En esta actividad tenemos que escoger el verb to be que corresponda. También al repaso del presente simple. Entonces tenemos aquí hello. ¿Cuál quedaría en esta?
Are you here?
Are you?
Muy bien. Are dice, es la correcta. I am or I are.
I am.
I am.
I am. Muy bien. You are or you am.
You are.
You are. We are or we am.
We are.
We are. Okay. Are you or am you?
Are you?
Are you?
Muy bien. You am, you are.
You are.
You are.
You are. And that's it. La actividad número 2 ya se enfoca en el pasado. Ahora sí. They were or they was.
They were.
They were.
They were.
They were. Muy bien. Yesterday I were or I was. I was. Muy bien. Doris and I nervous about it. Where?
I was.
I were. Es where.
No, it's where. Porque
Sí, es where.
teníamos Doris and I. Okay.
It's
Doris
we.
and I.
We were.
Ajá,
were.
exacto.
You
The
were.
doors
The
were
doors were as
Where.
where. Bueno, si hablara del grupo sería was. Pero aquí no hablaba del grupo, hablaba de las puertas. Larry.
Was.
Larry was. Ok. Muy bien. Tenemos Mrs. Johnson here an hour ago.
were
Was.
I was.
Was.
Perdón.
Muy bien. You was or
You
were.
were. Right.
You were.
Are.
You
You are.
were.
You were.
Muy bien. The machine were or was not broken.
Was.
Was.
Was not
Was
broken.
not broken.
Not broken.
Muy bien. We were or we was careful not to wake.
We
We
was.
were.
We were. That's
were.
right.
Mateo.
The gray kitten soft
Was.
was. That's right. Give me a second, guys. Denme un segundito. Yeah. Okay, so the speaking activity. Vamos a la actividad de producción oral. Let's talk about past. And I'm gonna ask you a question and you have to answer me with your personal information. I'm gonna do it first and then it's your turn. Lo voy a hacer yo primero y después es turno de ustedes. Dice, how old was your mother in 2019? I think she was 65 years old. Okay. Yo creo que ella tenía unos 65 años. Ahora es su turno. Solamente 5 personas. Okay. So, who was Freddie Mercury? Usuario Zoom. Hay alguien que tenga la mano levantada que se llama usuario Zoom. No sé quién sea. Bueno, Sandra, could you please answer?
He was a singer.
He was a singer. Very good. Next. Thank you, Sandra. Anaí. Were you 8 in 2005? Were you 8 years old in 2005? The answer is Anaí. Anaí is not here.
Yes, but I don't know. I'm not trying.
Ok, la pregunta dice, ¿tenías 8 años en el 2005? La respuesta pues es no.
No, I wasn't.
No, I wasn't. Denme un segundo, chavos. Ok, vamos a continuar. Another person. Okay, what was the weather like yesterday? What was the weather like yesterday? ¿Cómo estuvo el clima ayer? Devani? Devani Judith, not here. No tiene micrófono. ¿Quién puede contestarlo, chicos? Voluntarios. Voluntarias. Adrián. Mayra. Mayra ya levantó la mano. Mayra, what was the weather like yesterday?
It was cold.
It was cold. Very good. So let's continue with the next topic. Thank you, Mayra. So, the next... ¿Mande? ¿Iban a decir algo?
No, disculpe, activé por error el micrófono.
Ah, okay. Okay, perfecto. So let's continue with the past simple. So we have regular, irregular, and the grammar rules. So the regular verbs are quite easy because the past, it is formed with regular verbs, adding the ed ending or just the ending at the end of each verb. And there are some rules for each of these. There are some rules for it. So the general rule says we just add ed at the end of a regular verb or word. So for instance, we have in here rain, that turns into rained, cook, that turns into cooked, wait, that turns into waited. Then the rule says that verbs that ends in a consonant plus an E, we only have to add the letter D. For example, live turn into lived, dance into danced, smile into smiled, love into loved, and so on. Okay. The other, well, we have another rule that says that when we have a verb that ends in a consonant vowel consonant combination, we have to double the last consonant. So for example, stop that ends in a consonant vowel consonant, we have to double the last consonant and add the ed ending. So stop turns into stopped, plan into planned, admit into admitted. And for words ending in W, X, or Y, we do not have to double the last letter, just add the ed ending. So play, it's played, fix into fixed, snow into snowed. And for when the last syllable is not stressed, like in happen, or open, or visit, we have to add just the ed ending. Happened, opened, and visit. And when we have the combination vowel plus letter L, if we talk about the British English, we have to double the last L. But if we talk about the American English, we only add the ed ending. So equal turns into equaled, or equaled, double L or just one L. Okay. Well, now let me explain this in Spanish. Con los verbos regulares no hay problema, chicos, porque para los verbos regulares, que son la mayoría, tenemos una regla general que nos va a indicar que a los verbos regulares, para formarlos en pasado, formar el pasado, se le tiene que agregar la terminación ed. Sin embargo, existen más reglas para estos verbos regulares, que es pues sencillo. La regla general es que se les agrega la ed. Si el verbo termina en una consonante más e, pues tenemos que agregar la terminación de solamente. No es necesario agregar la e porque ya está puesta. Si el verbo termina en consonante, vocal más consonante, la última consonante se tiene que poner doble. Por ejemplo, stop, que se tiene que escribir stopped con doble P. Sin embargo, si esta combinación consonante, vocal, consonante tiene como última letra la W, X o Y, no podemos doblarla, o no podemos duplicar la consonante. Por eso play se transforma en played. Solamente se le agrega la ED. Y bueno, hay otra regla que nos menciona que si la última sílaba no es la sílaba tónica, pues solamente se le agrega la terminación ed, que es lo que sucede con happen, open, visit, que su sílaba tónica es la primera. Es hap, o, or vis. Y pues bueno, estas pasan a ser happened, opened, or visited, con terminación ed solamente. Y cuando tenemos la terminación vocal más la letra L, por lo general, bueno, no por lo general, en inglés británico se pone doble la letra L más la terminación ed, mientras que en inglés americano solamente se pone la terminación ed. Ok. ¿Dudas, chicos y chicas? ¿Preguntas? con los verbos regulares.
¿Me puede repetir el last syllable is not stressed, por favor?
Sí. Cuando la última sílaba de una palabra en inglés no es la sílaba tónica, no está, es stressed, hace referencia a la sílaba tónica. Es donde recae la fuerza en la pronunciación. Cuando no es así, cuando la sílaba tónica está al inicio, pues no hay necesidad de poner doble la última consonante. Solamente se le agrega la terminación ed, como por ejemplo en happen, open or visit, en donde la sílaba tónica es hap, o or vis. Por eso no ponemos aquí una doble n. En happen o en open o en visit, una doble t. ¿Ok? ¿Sí quedó claro?
Sí. Sí, maestra, gracias.
Perfecto. Los demás, chicos, chicas. ¿Todo bien? Bueno. Mayra, Sandra, díganme, levantaron la mano.
Yo era para preguntarle eso, maestra.
Ah, ok. Mayra, dígame. No. Ok. Bueno. Para los verbos regulares no hay una regla, entonces los verbos regulares no los tenemos que aprender así tal cual son. Son pocos, no son muchos, pero no hay una regla que nos diga así lo convertimos al pasado. Por eso se llaman irregulares. Y pues bueno, vamos a ver las reglas gramaticales. So for affirmative sentences, we start with the subject plus the verb in the past tense plus the complement. For example, I lived in London. He watched a movie. Subject, verb in past, and complement. But for negatives, we start with the subject. We have to add the auxiliary did, not, or didn't. And we have to add the verb in the base form. Okay? So the affirmative sentence, for instance, we have in here, I lived in Spain. If we want to say the same but in negative, we have to say, I didn't live in Spain. He watched a movie. He didn't watch a movie. Okay. And for the questions, it's almost the same. We use the auxiliary did plus the subject plus the verb. For example, did you live in Italy? Did you watch a movie? This kind of questions give us yes, no answers. If the answer is yes, we start with yes plus subject plus did. Yes, I did. If it's not, no plus subject plus didn't. No, I didn't. For example. Now let me explain this in Spanish. Las estructuras para el pasado simple. Bueno, tenemos tres estructuras, chicos. La estructura afirmativa es la única que va a utilizar el verbo en pasado. La estructura afirmativa comienza con un sujeto, seguido del verbo en pasado, más un complemento. Es la única que utiliza el verbo en pasado. Okay. Por ejemplo, I lived in London. He watched a movie. Sin embargo, después tenemos la oración negativa. Y en la oración negativa, a pesar de que comienza con el sujeto, no vamos a utilizar el verbo en pasado. ¿Por qué? Porque debemos de utilizar el auxiliar did not o didn't. Y este auxiliar did not o didn't, lo que me está diciendo es que, una, la oración es negativa y dos, estamos hablando de una oración en pasado, porque did ya está en pasado. Por ejemplo, I didn't live in Spain. He didn't watch a movie. Y por último tenemos la pregunta. En la pregunta sucede algo similar a lo de la parte de la oración negativa. En la pregunta comenzamos con el auxiliar did, más el sujeto, más el verbo en pasado, perdón, el verbo en su forma base. Por ejemplo, did you live in Italy? Did you watch a movie? Recuerden que este tipo de preguntas nos dan respuestas de sí y de no. Si la respuesta es sí, comenzamos con la palabra yes más el sujeto más did. Yes, I did. Si la respuesta es no, comenzamos con la palabra no más el sujeto más didn't. No, I didn't. ¿Ok? ¿Dudas hasta aquí? ¿Preguntas?
No.
¿Los demás chicos?
Todo bien.
¿Todo bien? ¿Todo bien?
Sí, todo bien.
So let's continue with the activities. One for regular, one for irregular, and one for speaking. So in here we have the regular verbs. So we have to choose the right answer. Did he answer? Did he answer? Or he did answer? Which is the right option?
B.
Letter B, that's right. Next, when I was 4, I playing with my toys. I loved, love, or loves.
A.
I loved. We at home because it was raining. We stay, we did stay, or we stayed.
State.
We stayed, muy bien. Perdón. They pasta, they fish. They pasta, they fish.
C.
See, they didn't cook pasta, they cooked fish. Very good. She, me with my homework.
A.
She helped me. We about the tennis match.
Didn't talk.
Didn't talk. Letter A or C?
Letter A.
Letter A, very good. Did you watch the soap opera yesterday? Yes, I didn't. Yes, or yes, I did.
Yes, I did.
Yes, I did.
Okay, very good. What? She the computer. What did she invent? She invent the computer. What did she invent? She invented the computer. Or what did she invented? She invented the computer. A, B, C, or C.
C.
C. Invented. B, that's right.
Yeah.
Acuérdense, si ya tenemos did, no podemos tener el verbo en pasado. Did you like the film? No, no, I did, or no, I didn't.
No, I didn't.
Mhm. Last summer holidays, we visit, or did visit Mendoza.
A.
Okay. He didn't, the boss. He didn't, not miss,
B.
miss, or missed.
Letter B.
Miss.
Letter B, that's right. Last one, what did doing when you were little?
Letter C.
Letter
Like.
C. Very good. Now let's practice irregular verbs. So in here we have irregular verbs. He a headache last night. He yesterday, he gave, he had, or he took. Which is the right answer?
C.
Letter C, he had. Excellent. They are filmed in the cinema last weekend. Drank, bought, was,
D.
or saw. Letter D. Very good. Next. I'm sorry, we had chicken for dinner. Last night, yesterday, took, or ate.
B.
A.
A, that's right. My mother, me, a new computer for my birthday. Went,
Letter
ate,
D.
letter D, gave me. Next, he, my bicycle, without asking me first. He saw, he last night, he were, or he took.
D.
He
D,
took.
he took. That's right. You, very angry yesterday. You gave, you
D.
were.
Here.
That's right, letter D. Next, she, all the orange juice. Gave,
Drank.
drank,
Frank.
very good. For dinner, we pizza.
Ate.
We ate pizza. Did you go to the country?
Last.
Yesterday or last night?
Yesterday.
Estos aquí.
That's right. I to my friend's birthday party last Saturday.
Went.
I went. Very good. She always late at work last week. She yesterday ate, was, or went.
Was.
She was late for work. My boss, me a beautiful present for the Secretary's Day.
About me.
Bought me. Very good. Excellent. Let's skip the speaking activity because we have some topics in left. So the prepositions of time. We already know the prepositions of place, and that help us to talk about the place where something is located. But the prepositions of time are quite easy and useful too. We have three prepositions of time. I mean, the most common, which are in, on, at. In, says in here, we use in for specific months, years, seasons, centuries, and lengths of time. So, in is used with months, years, season, countries, and lengths of time. For example, my birthday is in January. My grandmother was born in 1927. We need to have this report ready in 15 minutes. Okay. So in is very general. The use of in is very general. So now we have on, and we are going to use on. We're going to use on for specific days and dates. For example, I will return it to you on Wednesday. They get married on Friday the 30th. We get paid on the 28th of every month, and so on. Okay. On for specific days and dates. And we just add with specific times like hour or minutes. For example, I get up at 7 o'clock. My English class starts at 10 a.m. She finishes work at 6:15. I left the party at midnight. Midnight as midday, we can use it with at because there are specific times. Also, we use at for holiday periods of 2 or more days. For example, do you normally get together with your relatives at Christmas? Did you eat a lot of chocolate at Easter? So, let me explain this in Spanish now. Otro tema importante son las preposiciones de tiempo. Las preposiciones de tiempo son tres: in, on, at. Vamos a utilizar in para hablar de meses, años, épocas del año, siglos y periodos de tiempo. Como my birthday is in January. Mi cumpleaños es en enero. Vamos a utilizar on para hablar de días específicos o de fechas específicas. I will return it to you on Wednesday. Te lo regresaré el miércoles. They got married on Friday the 38th. The 13th. Ellos se casaron en viernes 13. ¿Ok? Y vamos a utilizar at para hablar de tiempo específico. Muy específico. Por ejemplo, I get up at 7 o'clock. My English class starts at 10 a.m. Yo me levanto a las 7 de la mañana. Mis clases de inglés comienzan a las 10 a.m. Okay. ¿Dudas hasta aquí?
No, ninguna.
Okay. So, vamos a escuchar el audio. No es todo el audio, nada más un pedacito. Y vamos a ir contestando estas preguntas. ¿Ok? Lo escuchamos 2 veces y después de la segunda ocasión les pregunto y me tienen que responder.
Hi, I'm Julie with English Panda News. Today I'm on the street asking people a simple question. What did you do yesterday? This is Bob. He works in an office and loves exercise. Bob, what did you do yesterday?
Yesterday? Well, I woke up early because I like to exercise before work. I left home around 5 a.m. and walked to the gym. Once I arrived at the gym, I stretched and did some cardio to warm up.
Great! What cardio did you do? I usually ride the stationary bike.
I jogged for 20 minutes to loosen up my muscles. Then I lifted weights for an hour. Yesterday was an arm day.
Ugh, I hate those. What did you do after you finished your workout?
I finished at 8:30 and I went straight to work. I had meetings all morning and worked on a project during the afternoon.
It sounds like you were very busy. What time did you finish work?
I finished work at my normal time, around 5 o'clock. Then I went to meet a friend at a restaurant nearby. We had a really nice dinner. I had steak and she had pasta. I got home around 8 o'clock and I watched TV for a while. I was exhausted after a busy day, and I actually fell asleep on the couch.
Nice. Thanks for your time. Excuse Hi, I'm Julie with English Panda News. Today I'm on the street asking people a simple question. What did you do yesterday? This is Bob. He works in an office and loves exercise. Bob, what did you do yesterday?
Yesterday? Well, I woke up early because I like to exercise before work. I left home around 5 a.m. and walked to the gym. Once I arrived at the gym, I stretched and did some cardio to warm up.
Great. What cardio did you do? I usually ride the stationary bike.
I jogged for 20 minutes to loosen up my muscles. Then I lifted weights for an hour. Yesterday was an arm day.
Ugh, I hate those. What did you do after you finished your workout?
I finished at 8:30 and I went straight to work. I had meetings all morning and worked on a project during the afternoon.
It sounds like you were very busy. What time did you finish work?
I finished work at my normal time, around 5 o'clock. Then I went to meet a friend at a restaurant nearby. We had a really nice dinner. I had steak and she had pasta. I got home around 8 o'clock and I watched TV for a while. I was exhausted after a busy day, and I actually fell asleep on the couch.
Nice. Thanks for your time. Excuse me?
Okay, guys, so let's answer these questions. The first question says, what did Bob do yesterday? So, ¿quién me puede decir what did Bob do yesterday? ¿Qué hizo Bob el día de ayer?
Before work, 5 a.m. I'm a la mañana.
He woke up at 5 a.m. Okay.
Okay.
He went to work either. Okay. Number 2. What cardio did Bob do yesterday?
Y Wower, 20 minutos de cardio. Es que no sé el 20 en inglés.
20.
Jogged 20 minutes.
He jogged 20 minutes. Okay. Number 3. What did Bob do after finishing his work?
A las 8:30.
Mhm. But after, no. He finished work at 5 o'clock. And what did he do after this? He went to
5 o'clock.
ujú. Sí,
He
pero la
finished at 5 o'clock.
okay. Okay. La última, what time did Bob finish work?
He finished at 5.
At 5 o'clock. La número 3 pregunta que qué hizo después de terminar su ejercicio de workout, su entrenamiento. Pues él se fue al trabajo. He went to work. He went to work. Ok. Como quiera, la próxima semana la vamos a dar otra repasada al pasado simple. Y pues bueno, la próxima semana vamos a ver el primer tema, que es el presente simple, y el repaso para el primer examen parcial. No sé si tengan alguna duda, chicos, chicas, es momento de hacerla. Preguntas. Los escucho.
Todo bien, profe.
¿Todo bien? ¿Los demás? ¿Todo bien?
Sí, maestro, todo bien.
Perfecto. Bueno, si no hay preguntas, pues doy por terminada la sesión, chicos y chicas. Muchas gracias por haber estado el día de hoy, por haberse conectado. Y nos vemos la siguiente semana. No olviden hacer su actividad en Forms, que esta semana toca, perdón, en Scorm. Es una actividad en Scorm. ¿Ok? Devani, dígame, levantó la mano.
Es que ella pregunta, profe, si va a ver si se ocupa la cámara para el examen.
No. No. No, el examen ustedes lo contestan por su cuenta. Ya la próxima semana les daré instrucciones de qué sucede con el examen, pero no se necesita la cámara.
Maestro, buenas tardes.
Hola,
¿Para el
buenas tardes.
examen es también como un scrum o cómo es el examen?
Es como un score, pero de 30 preguntas. Más o menos.
Gracias.
Por nada, 30, Hugo, tiene 30 preguntas.
Maestro, ¿y también te da opción de contestar una segunda vez o solo es una?
Ya les daré más información la próxima semana, pero sí son dos veces. Pueden
Ok,
hacerlo 2 veces. ¿Ok? Pues bueno, si no hay dudas con respecto a este tema, doy por terminada la sesión. Dudas con respecto al examen lo vemos la próxima semana en la sesión síncrona. Y pues sería todo, chicos y chicas. Hasta luego, descansen.
Hasta luego. Gracias.
Muchas
Bye.
gracias.
Gracias,
Excelente
bonita
inicio de
tarde.
semana para todos.
Bye. Have a nice
Igualmente,
nice
gracias.
afternoon.